Hey guys, today in this video I just want to show you real quick how you can get investment capital into your e-commerce business, because at one point you will need capital. That's either to really start and buy your first batch of products, but there might also be later once you're already selling and then you need to catch up with your cash flow. If you're selling your products, you kind of need to buy your products first and then you need to wait for those products to ship. And then you need to, when you sell those products, then you make money, right? So if you grow, these costs are growing so much quicker and so much further than the money that you're making, because it's always behind. You know, if you would just get those up and then, you know, wait and don't grow anymore, the income will catch up and then you can pay back your product costs without a problem. But the problem is if you grow too much, if you grow quicker than your, let's say 60 days lead time or 60-day turnaround time, maybe 90-day turnaround time even works, well, then you will need cash flow at one point, especially in e-commerce businesses. We are getting investment capital into our businesses. So there are a couple of venture capital firms that we work here in China. There are a couple of private investors that we work here in China that are investing into our e-commerce brands. But also we are investing. So we work with a lot of people and coach them through their business. So we help them start their business, then grow their business, and eventually sell the business. And in order to do that, we need a lot of capital. So for the people that we work with, for our partners, but also for our coaching people, the goal for us is always to partner up. And the goal is always to do something together. So we always want to have skin in the game, right? So when we coach someone, we partner up, and they get at the point where like, oh shit, I need capital. Like I need some money to make this work. I need some money to buy products. Then we could be the one that is investing into their brand. So we can come in as an investor. But now, a common belief out here is that if you want to get capital, you kind of need to write a business plan and you need to have everything on paper in order to get your investment, right? And traditionally, that has been that way. But to be honest, I will never invest into a business just based on the business plan. I don't care. I don't care about your numbers on paper. I don't care, because a business plan, that's just your vision on how things will go when everything goes perfectly on paper. Right? So it's just such a fake piece of paper, because it's all the things that you imagine it would go. But there are so many factors you don't know. There are so many things that we just couldn't have calculated with. Like if you got me a business plan in January of 2020, do you think that those business plans, everything that was laid out in the business plan really happened in 2020? Well, for sure not, right? So there are so many components you cannot control. So I will never invest into just a business plan. But what I will invest in is a proven concept. And this is what every investor loves. So let's say it like this. As soon as you have a little business up, it doesn't need to make a lot of money, but it just needs to show, here's the way I get people in the door. Here's how I monetize them. And this is how much money I will have left in the end of it. And you don't even need to show a profit yet. But I will be interested to invest into your brand, right? Why is that? Why would I be interested even if you just have a couple of sales and even if you didn't make profit? Why would I be interested in that? But I wouldn't be interested about a business plan that you promise big returns on my investment. Think about that. If you start selling your products and you start selling them and you might buy them more expensive because you can't hit the minimum order quantities that you want. They might not be with a logo, they might not be with a label. You might be drop shipping them. You have long shipping times, which definitely decreases your conversion rate, right? If you can make it work under these conditions and break even, you buy the product for more than you know you could get it later. When you buy big quantities in bulk, you're shipping those products by air when you know that later you could ship them by train or by sea and have this much cheaper. And you're selling those products and you're breaking even or just losing a little bit of money and you're selling a couple of units a day. That is a winner. Congratulations, when you're at that point. A lot of people give up here. A lot of people reach that point and they're like, oh shit, I'm not making money with my dropshipping business. Well, let me find another product. The product isn't great. No. That's not what you do. I see a lot of people giving up on the winners. Why would you give up on a winner? And a winner doesn't mean like you can quickly scale this to $100,000 a month and grab all the profits out of it that you can. That's not what I mean by a winner. A winner is something that has a proven system, that has a system that gets people in the door. It could be Facebook ads, it could be SEO, it could be influencer marketing. It doesn't matter, okay? What's the cost of bringing people in the door? Ever watch Shark Tank? First question, what does it cost to acquire a customer? And it's so important, right? What does it cost? How much do you spend in an ad to get someone to buy? Okay. And then how much other costs do you have? What's your product going to be in the future? Not what's your product right now. What's your product if you buy 1,000, 2,000, 5,000 units? What does shipping look like if you buy 1,000, 2,000, 5,000 units? What does your marketing spend look like if you're at that level? Okay. What does your operation look like? That is interesting. Not how much profit do you make right now. Because with those numbers on the table, as an investor, I can think about it and say, okay, if I put $100,000 in and we go and we buy products in bulk and we ship them to the country where you're selling them in, and your conversion rate will go up, you will have the funding for the better priced products, you will not lose all the money on shipping, well, then you have a sustainable business. Right? But I don't know that just by looking at your business plan, and I don't give a shit about your business plan. But what I do care about is about a proven system, the proven concept. The same way that our investors look for that. When we have people and we ask them for $250,000 or for $500,000 to invest into our businesses, and when we present those plans, they don't want to see numbers on paper. They want to see what happens. Show me the stats. Let's look into your ad manager. Let's look into your Shopify account. Let's look into that. How stable is your supply chain? Do you have a reliable supplier? For all of you guys that don't want to work with a sourcing agent or with a sourcing company because it's too expensive, it doesn't matter. You know what matters? It matters that you have a secure supply chain, because that's 50% of the business. If you don't have a secure supply chain, you will not get capital. Easy. Just easy as that. So if you're starting out and you have a certain budget and you're like, oh shit, like a sourcing company really eats into that budget, well, it shouldn't worry you, because you will need more capital eventually. You will need more money at a certain stage. And when you ask for that money, one of my very first questions is about your supply chain. Okay, so stable supply chain, proof of concept, a proven way to acquire customers. That's all I'm looking for. Can you acquire customers? Do you have a proven supply chain? That's really it. Can you make those numbers work? If you only lose a little bit on those numbers, but you know in the future you can make money by, having bigger volume, I'll invest right now. So if you have that, just send me a message. Let's roll. Okay. And this is just why it's so important. This is how you get capital. You get capital by putting a proven concept on the table. Where can you go? But you need to prove the concept. That's an easy way. If you have a proven concept, any venture capitalist you go to, any investor you go to that understands what you're doing, come on, there's no question, they will invest. If they don't invest, then you have a problem. Then they don't trust you to be able to get that up, but that's another challenge and that's another topic for another day. So let me know in the comments below. What do you think about this system of not worrying about your profit in the beginning, but making sure you have all the numbers on paper for later with a proven concept and then go out for capital? It makes it so much easier. So much easier. It's like a no-brainer, The thing is that all the venture capitalist firms that we work with, they need to spend money. They have their KPIs. One of the companies that we work with, they need to spend $200 million every quarter. You know how hard that is? You know how difficult that is to spend $200 million? Not on yachts and cars and fancy shit. Not on anything like that. But on acquiring businesses with the least amount of risk for them as well. This is a tremendous task. So they need to buy. So as soon as they see an opportunity, they ask us every week, hey Niels, do you have other businesses for us that we can invest in? So if you're a business like that wants an investment, or that wants a partner, or that needs capital, well, just let us know. Put it in the comments and we'll get in touch. Have a good day. I hope you liked this. If you did like it, leave it a like, leave it a comment, and ask me anything in that. I will come back with an answer for you there. So have a good day. Cheers.